Hey, what's up guys, Tom here. I hope you are doing great. So today we're gonna take a look how to do some compositing in Nuke, and I really hope you guys are going to enjoy it because it's really simple. So guys, I'm just gonna take you through and so you can have an understanding how you can come up with some cool stuff in your animation as well. Alright, so this is what I was working on. You can also check out my Instagram just to also go and like and then follow me to help me grow my business. Alright, so here we are. So this is what I'm gonna show you guys today, how to do tracking to make sure that you create the same camera, that the same movement that you film with, and then you don't have to recreate the camera inside Nuke. You can just create from tracking your footage. And then we're gonna do pre-med, which is a key method to actually remove the green screen. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is just to make this quick, I'm just gonna copy this. I'm just gonna show you guys from scratch how you can come up with this cool stuff that I'm showing you guys today. Alright, there we have it. And if you can check the frames that I actually shot with, it's quite long. It's like from about here to 546. It's quite long, so I just wanted to stop here. And then just to make sure that you cut your frames in a specific way, you're going to use what we call a time clip. We're gonna use a time clip. I'm just gonna close all this down. I don't want to update. Delete. Alright, we're gonna use a time clip. Alright, there we go. Just gonna bring it here. Alright. So here we have original range. So we're gonna start about 300 to 500 and then close. So now if you play from all this, it's not gonna play. It's gonna play once we get to about 300, and then you're gonna see our frame start playing in. So I'm just gonna stop about 500 for 500. There we go. And then also it's S for project settings, and then you're also gonna have to change this side 300 to 500. Alright, so we're done with this. What we're gonna do now, we're going to remove the green screen, and there's a lot of methods you can use in Nuke. There's keying, the ski light. What I'm gonna use now is pre-med. It's such an amazing tool that I really love to use. It's quite simple. You don't have to crack your head about this one. So there we go. And I'm also gonna create a merge node. It's M on your keyboard for shortcut. If you don't want to, you can also scroll down here. There you go, merge. We're going to link all this together. Alright. We're gonna merge. And then there you go. And then we're gonna use a mask which is called Rodo in Nuke. And then if you are After Effects user, I'm sure you have a good understanding what a mask is. So I'm gonna use Rodo. I'm just gonna close all this down to have some space. Alright, we're gonna use Rodo. Hit D on your keyboard to uncheck that. Double click on that. And then we're gonna use our rectangle tool. Alright, just gonna bring it here. There we go. And then D again. Almost done. So now we want to remove the green screen. Double click on your pre-med, and there's two ways for you can remove this. Either you click auto and it's going to remove, then you're going to have to do a lot of work just to remove those noise, background noise, and then you're almost done. So now what we're going to do, like this is the first one I'm showing you guys. You're going to click here, and then you're going to hold down control and then click. Right, control and then click. There we go. And then what you're gonna do, you're just gonna come to the operations and then remove background noise, front noise, and it's quite a lot of work. So I'm just gonna undo that. I'm just gonna undo all this. Control Z. Alright, seems like it's doing some crazy stuff. Just gonna press reset. Alright, now we're just gonna check this auto whatever it is. There we go. And then we're gonna go to operations, clean background noise. There we go, and it's A on your keyboard for alpha channel. There we go. And then I'm just gonna remove all this. All right. All right, I think we're good to go now. I'm just gonna hit A to preview that in the RGB, and there we go. I think we're all good to go. So if you wanna add more stuff, you can still go to operation, and then we got which clean the fry noise, and then we got matte sponge. This is just to make sure that we remove all these green things on our edges. Just gonna remove all that. Now let's bring it back the whole thing just a little bit. All right, so we're good to go, guys. This is really amazing. Double click on the rotor, just gonna bring this down here a little bit. I'll bring it here. Okay, gonna smooth that a little bit out and bring it down. All right, we're good to go. So now we are done with our green screen. We remove those grains, whatever, those green stuff, those annoying green background. So, and then what we're gonna do now, we're going to do the tracking. It's really simple. Gonna bring it here. We're just gonna do the tracking now to track the movement of our camera. So, and for us to do the tracking, let's just go back to our original comp. There we go. For us to do the tracking, what I prefer to do is I'm just gonna create first of all, I'm just going to create a camera using my footage. So let's go to camera tracker. My bad. Camera tracker, there we go. I'm gonna bring it here. And then we're also gonna link our camera with this. Alright. Actually, I'm gonna bring it here. Okay. Bring it there. The thing is that why am I not tracking all this footage from here, from our merge node? What is gonna happen is that, let me just show you guys real quick. What's gonna happen is that let me just double click on a camera tracker and then go to settings and preview. Wow, it seems like it's working. Last time I tried, it didn't show me all this stuff, but it seems like it's tracking the whole footage. Because last time I tried, it was only tracking this guy and not the background. So I think it's a good idea. We can also do this. And I'm also learning, guys. Thank you so much. Alright, so now we have a preview. We don't have to increase the numbers of features. This 150 to okay. Go back to camera tracker, and then you're gonna track that down. And we're gonna wait for it. Oh, just gonna cancel that, just bring it down, because now it seems like it's tracking from our first frame. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring it here. We're gonna bring the tracker, we're gonna bring this guy here. Alright, and then let's go to camera tracker, and then let's track that. Oh no guys, sorry guys, let me try to fix this. I needed to do a little bit of adjustment, and the thing I wanted to show you guys why you don't have to put your tracker down here is that it's only gonna track the object that you just did from from green screen. Let's go to settings and then preview features. There you go, you can see it doesn't track the whole footage. So if you do tracking from here, you're only gonna have the camera from this angle. So I just want to have the camera from all sides. So it's really important not to do tracking from the layout. Just go to your footage and do it from there. I'm gonna bring this down. I'm gonna bring it here. Double click on that. So now let's go back to camera tracker, and then range, we're going to customize the 300 to 400 to 500. Alright, there we go. I also want to bring this guy just so I have a better view. Double click on that again. Camera tracker, there we go. We have our feature showing already, and then we're gonna click track. You're gonna wait for it. Alright guys, done. So now we're gonna hit solve. Alright, now we're gonna go to auto track. We're just gonna alright, just gonna check all this done. Delete and solve, and then we're gonna delete all those, the red one, the bad one that we have there. Alright, now we're done. So now we can create the camera from this tracking. So here we have our camera, we have a scene, so we're gonna click scene and check that and then create. So now we have our scene and now we have our camera. I'll bring it this side. Alright. And then we're gonna use scanline render. We're gonna use this. Bring it here. There we go. Then camera as well. So this is great. So now we can only view the camera movement. Let's just play that. It's kind of slow, but you can see the camera being moving. It's moving. It's also moving a little bit because in my footage I don't have that kind of depth. I didn't do too much moving. I just put the camera, then I start playing around with the dolly and stuff. Alright. So now I have my camera, and then if you want to preview that, you can just bring the background this side. Then there we go. Just gonna bring it this side. Alright, now we have a background as well. So that's it. We done with the now we created our camera movement, and whenever we're gonna have to do compositing, we're gonna have the same movement in the camera. You don't have to create a new camera and then to play around with the cameras. That's it's actually a lot of work. So because I'm done with my green screen, I'm gonna have to render this part. Just gonna come here, it's one on your keyboard. I'm gonna bring it to about 300. There we go. So now I'm gonna have to render this so that I can do my compositing very well. I'm gonna have to render this, and then we're gonna use a node which is right. Alright, there we go. And I'm gonna bring it here, and now check that, double click, and go. So yeah, you're gonna have to choose where you're gonna save your file. You can see I have mine already saved, so I'm just gonna show you guys how you're going to save that. So here you're gonna have to choose where you're gonna save your file. I don't know how you're gonna call it. I'm just gonna call it screen, and then you're gonna have to use this hashtag, whatever you call those. And then you're gonna use, if you wanna use as PNG, you're gonna have to put in PNG, and save. Then you wanna come to render, but I don't wanna save this as PNG. I'm gonna save this as these files. I'm gonna change the name. Alright, SGI. Alright. So you're gonna have to hit render, and this is the input range we have already, so you can customize that if you want to. So I'm gonna run it from here. There we go, and it's saving. I'm just gonna close that down because I have it already. So we're just gonna wait for your file to finish running, then you're gonna catch up with me, guys. So I'm done with this step already. I got my footage saved here. I'm just gonna go and I'm gonna copy this. This is what I have. So you can just go to your file where you save it, and I can bring it here to Nuke. So I'm just gonna bring it here. There we have it. And now I got my footage. If I wanna play that, you can see that it's playing around. It's kind of playing around with the movement. Why? Because I use that camera to run this object. So if you wanna add more access to it, it's not gonna work because you don't have any camera. That's why it's really important to create your camera. And likely we did it. We have our camera. So we're just gonna copy our camera from here, and we're gonna bring it this side. Gonna bring it this side. Gonna bring it this side. So if you wanna view this little guy here, in the 3D mode, we're gonna have to use what we call cards in Nuke. We're gonna have to use a card node. There we have our card. We're gonna bring it here, and there we go. So now we can preview this in the 3D mode, but we're having an issue. We got that black background, and which we have to remove. So I'm just gonna bring it here so we can see what we're doing. So the only way that you're gonna have to move this, you're gonna have to use a node which is you're gonna have to use keyer. I'm gonna use keyer. All right, just gonna bring it here. There you go. It's done. That was really simple. It's done, but it's not showing. Why? Because we have to use premade. Well, I'm gonna use a premade. I'm gonna bring it here. Alright, gonna have to preview that. Still not showing. I don't know why. Let's go back to our 3D mode. It's not showing because it's really close to our camera, but likely we created a 3D card, so now we're just gonna have to push it back. We're just gonna have to push it back. You just push it back. Alright, and now let's preview that. There we go. I push it back again, preview that. It's kind of far, just bring it. Alright, I'm gonna bring it up here. Amazing. So now we have our card. Now we're doing a 3D setup in Nuke. Alright, so you're gonna bring this. Just gonna bring it up here. I was gonna bring this side. So now we're gonna have to create another bit of work. So I'm just gonna go back to my original comp to see what I did so that I can have a good understanding. I don't want to do things that I don't remember quite well. So I'm just gonna hit 1 to preview this. Alright, we got a fire, and then we got those black spots just to make sure that it's burning out. Now it's quite a lot of work, but you guys are going to enjoy what we're doing. I'm just gonna copy all this fire that we have. I'm just gonna copy all this, and if you have some elements, you can also use that. Just gonna copy all this. Just holding down Shift to select all of them. I need Control C. Then I'm gonna come this side here. Just bring it a bit far, and then Control V to paste them down. Alright, here we go. So it's really important that you wanna have to copy this card and paste it down so that you can have the same positions and dimension. You don't have to adjust, and then it's quite a lot of work. So now you're just gonna copy this card, and we're gonna have to use this one. I have to use this file. I previewed it. It's quite used, so let's go to our card and then uniform scale. I want to bring it down just a little bit. Bring it down. Alright, here. Go to 3D mode. I'm gonna bring it a little bit in front, and it's all black. It's kind of dark now because we have to use. I'm gonna bring out down the pre-mat. Bring down pre-mat, and then I'm gonna use key as well. There we go, and it's gone. Alright, we got our file there. Now I'm just gonna bring it down. Bring it down. And scale that bit still used. Alright. Go to 3D mode. Oh, so far. Alright. And then if you hold down Control, and then we have the rotation tool, you can just rotate a little bit. Right, there you go. And then we're gonna have to scale this down a little bit. Okay. Alright. This is good. I think we're good to go. So now we're having our fire. It's not shining up a little bit. So let's go to our key, and then we're gonna play around with this. I'm not bring it about yet. Alright. And then we're gonna have to burn this I don't know how you call this, but we're gonna have to use some settings like in After Effects. We're gonna have to use a mask just to make sure that it's burning here. So let's go to our objects. We're gonna go to this guy. We're gonna bring it up. You just wanna have that space so that I can have more work here. Alright. So now we're gonna have to create some dark spot to make sure that it's burning out. So we're gonna use a gray node. You can use G on your keyboard, and then there you go, you have it. Okay, there you have a gray node, and then it's P for roller paint. Alright, there you have it already. You got it. So now we're gonna click on that, and now we're gonna mask this part. I'm gonna mask this part. Alright, and let's mask this together. I'm gonna bring it here and go to the grade node. I bring it down. There we go. I'm gonna add a little bit of gamma. Alright, I think good to go. And then we wanna use a node blur. Now use a blur node. Okay, I'm gonna blur all that part. Alright, so now we're having those kind of burning spots just to create a realistic burning fire. And then we're gonna have to add a little bit of fire around this part here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab this one. Grab this one. I'm gonna duplicate my card, Control C, Control V. I'm gonna bring it together. All right, and then we're gonna add that to our scene. It's quite big. Now we're also gonna copy this, Control C, and then you click there, Control V, you paste them. And then let's go to our 3D view. There's our card. We're gonna bring a little bit in front. All right, here we go. It's quite huge, but we're gonna have to do some adjustment to that. Gonna bring it this side. All right. Let me just go to my 3D view. I just wanna rotate that. Rotate. And there we go. All right, nice. So now it's actually burning the whole thing. So now I'm gonna show you how you can use merge and roto as well. So you're gonna use merge, gonna bring it here, right? Merge, and there we go. So let's we're gonna use a roto. I'm gonna bring it here. All right, and our fire just disappeared, so we're gonna have to uncheck that. And let's create a mask around this part here. We're gonna grab this guy. Just gonna, alright, let me just do something like this real quick. Somewhere around here, just have that fire burning out. And then let's check it out. Boom, there we go. We have our fire burning out. So now we have to just need to do a little bit of adjustment. I'm gonna bring it here, fade it out a bit. Or you can just select the whole thing and then just boom. Now it's cool. Just gonna bring it a little bit back. Alright, we're gonna close it down. There we go. You can see now it's burning out, but we still need to play around with this. And I'm glad that you guys are learning some cool stuff. Actually, this is just for the sake of showing guys how you can create this. I'm not gonna make it so realistic. It's gonna take a lot of time. So I'm just gonna show you guys how you can burn this guy out. So now we're just gonna click to our gear and let's play around. Let's just play a little bit of the fire. I'm gonna bring it down and come this side. Right, just don't remove it all, just a little bit. Alright, still wanna see a little bit fire burning out. Alright. Now the car is burned out just a little bit. And there's a secret that I can show you guys, that you don't have to use mask around this dude to create a burning spot. There's one way that I discovered is that you just gonna have to copy this. We're gonna copy the key and the premet. Gonna come down here, and then you're gonna have to just copy and paste. Boom, there you go. Really simple. This is how you create burning spot with these two nodes. Now we're just gonna have to play around. Just gonna have to play around this. Play around all this to create those burning spot, and then now it's quite a lot of work. I'm just gonna go. Now you see how you can actually pre-compose all this, all these assets on your footage, whatever is in your scene. So I'm just gonna copy this. I'm gonna copy all this. I'm just gonna show you guys how you can actually create those cool stuff. I'm just gonna paste them here. Alright. And we're gonna add all this to our camera. Sorry, to our scene. We're gonna add all this to our scene. This one as well. I'm gonna bring it about here. Alright. Now we're seeing this guy burning out. One thing I want to show you guys is this. I use this fire as my background, and this is really cool. That I only created the fire, like the background fire, as you can see, is actually burning at the back, not quite a lot in front. And then what I did, I used this here. I just play around with this. Let me just show you. If I like increase this, you see that actually the fire is coming more in front. There we have more fire around it, so we're just gonna have to bring it back so they can have those fire burning out just a little bit. So this is what I did, and I also add a little bit of kind of smoke. So we're just gonna copy this as well. Go back to our scene. We're gonna paste it, and then we're gonna add it to our scene as well. There we have it. All right. And I also add some noise. We're just gonna copy this. Gonna copy this cut. Control C. I'm gonna copy that. Control C. Control V. And then we're gonna use a noise. There we go. We're gonna use noise. Each one on the keyboard just to preview that. Go. I'm just gonna double click on that. Let's try to create a little bit of smoke. And then you can also use some keyframes around it just to play around. And then what I did was I created a card for it. Alright. Created a card for it, and then when I have to view that, there you go. Actually getting a lot of noise on our scene. And then let's just double click on that. When I have to push it back just a little bit. Now you can just leave it here, it's cool. We're gonna use a gray note. Let's zoom a little bit. Use a gray note. And then we're gonna have to bring all this down. Bring it down. Alright. So guys, there you have it. It's quite simple. You can do some compositing in Nuke, how to add your fire. And this is some few techniques that I wanted to show you guys, because creating all this from scratch is gonna take a lot of work. But what is important, you can go on YouTube and you can download all this fire stuff that you see in here. But I'm sure you guys learn how you can create black spot and then how to do keying, because my previous tutorials were not quite good, so I decided to do another tutorial on keying and how you can create a camera from the footage which you shot with, I don't know which camera, Canon or Nikon, whatever that you're using, how you can create a camera and then use the same movement in Nuke with whatever footage that you're gonna have to place with. So I hope you guys enjoy this tutorial. If there's anything new that you want to know, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, go on my Instagram, follow me, and that's gonna help me really a lot. So guys, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next tutorial. Bye bye.